All right, y'all. This is Andrew Cox with Promotional Media. I am here with Punchline3nt. My guy, dude. Please let everybody know just a real quick who you are, where they can find you, all that jazz.
Well, everybody knows my name is Punchline. You can find me Punchline3nt on all tags on social media accounts. Yeah, YouTube and all, etc.
So how long you been in it, man? How long you been in the game?
Rapping?
Yeah, the industry.
Oh, the industry only like fucking. Oh, sorry. only
No,
like
we're good too, but yeah, let's try. Go ahead
only
though.
like 3 years, man. Just
3 years.
3 years.
Okay. Now, how long have you been rapping?
Maybe a little over 20 years.
20 years. I would say that's why you have such a refined skill set, in my opinion, man, because you've been working on it for a very long time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, dude, of course. Um, well, I like to get started a little bit, dude, kind of always going back as kind of as far as we can into the early years of Punch. And if you'd be willing, can we get your birth name, man? Like, who are you? What was the early years of your name is what? What do we got?
My real name?
Yeah, man, what's your name?
Oh, you want to do this to me?
Yeah, I do. Hey man, you got it on a couple songs anyway, so
I do,
But
man.
yeah,
But
man.
but that goes to tell you who pays attention.
I know, right? Hey, true that. But the people who get to watch this get to know. So
For
yeah,
sure.
what's your yeah.
Well, my first name is Mitchell. Everybody calls me Mitch. That's family and close friends. Y'all can't know my last name. Just know my first name, Mitch.
No worries. That's all right. No worries. That's okay. All
I don't
right.
want
So yeah,
people trying to find me and shit.
yeah, no shit, dude. Y'all stalkers, back
Yeah,
off.
I already got
Uh,
enough of those ex-girlfriends, bro. They still
Man, you gotta be careful with that. Hell hath no fury. So know
man,
that.
tell you.
Right, right. So, all right, the early years of Mitch, man, the early years of Punch, dude. What did that look like? Did you have, your parents in your life? Where were you residing? Where were you born? Things like this.
Shit, I'm from Chicago, man, the West Side, L Town. Um, I was there for the first 10 years of my life, man. And then my mom met my stepdad. He was in the army. That's when I started figuring out a bunch of being taught militant stuff. Um, Life definitely changed for me at the age of 10. Uh, PCS'd out of the city for the first time, and I actually wound up in Colorado, dude. It was rough, but I had a fun childhood. The transitions were rough. Learning how to be a military kid at the age of 10 all the way to 17. I did that for 7 years, and then I decided to go into the military myself because I wanted to be a reflection of my dad. So he retired. He did 20 years. I did 5. It just wasn't for me. But I've always been a music kid, dude. Like I played up until like the age of 12 outside, and I started picking up an interest for writing in my spiral notebook, man. Just words like were just a thing with me. I learned German. I speak German fluently. I freaking just watch MTV all day, and that didn't help the inspiration. It just made it stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Dude,
sitting in
hey,
Germany.
hold on, real quick. Just I don't mean to interrupt. I didn't know you spoke German fluently, dude.
Yeah, bro,
I
I used
didn't
to
know
live
that.
there.
That's that's awesome, man. Go ahead, dude. That's really impressive. That's impressive.
Um, yeah, man, that's really it. I'm always a music kid, bro. All my friends I ever had, dude, they come over my house, and before we go do stuff, I was doing music stuff, whether it be on the PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, writing papers, or on the computer that my mom let me use for like an hour out of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
always a music kid, man.
Dude, so what kind of influence in the life and like in your early years when you were growing up, what was the influence of music? What got you into being so interested in it? What kind of impact did it have? Who was it too? Like who specifically was your first wow, these people, man, they speak to me and it
Actually, it
got
was,
your interest in it.
man, I said it, I don't want to be the typical man, but like before this was everybody's story. I used to sit at my grandma's house, and there was a little table. She had a little jukebox, man. It was a nice jukebox too. This is back when we had cassettes. You know what I'm saying? I would always pop Eminem's tape in there, man. I was just like really amazed at what this dude was doing at that age. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's like everybody's story nowadays. And I kind of like don't like it, so I'm trying to find an alternate story. But it's the actual story, you know, of how I was influenced. So it was him. I loved Busta Rhymes when I was younger, bro. And you already know I'm from the same place as Twista. I ran into Twista a lot when I was a young kid too. So he definitely was an influence for me. So those people definitely wowed me and just inspired me to just get stronger with my lyrics, man.
What was the impact, man? When did you start like kind of making it yourself? You know, when did you start scribbling it down, thinking, you know, and also, actually, when did you start making your beats? Because I know,
16.
man, all right, because we used to sit around the table, man, and you tap the fucking pin. Oh man, I see, I'm dropping it now too. We tap that pin, dude, and we go at it. Me, you, and Ant. You know, well,
That
you
was
guys
fun.
would. Dude. That was super fun. So I know you can make your own beats. Were you making beats before you were making lyrics, or did it kind of go hand in hand? What happened there?
Uh, I was writing lyrics before I made beats, man. So when it was time to make beats, everything just kind of went hand in hand. I even had my cousins and people trying to tell me, "Oh, you can only do one thing or the other." Bull, bull, because who gonna make my beats? Don't nobody make my type
Right.
style of beats.
I know a punch beat when I hear it for the most
You
part too,
you
man.
feel me?
Yeah, yeah, for real though, dude. You know, um,
Then I'll be looking like a fool trying to shop for beats. Like, can you make a beat for me? Nah.
tell, I do. I don't mean to kind of jump back out of the music just a little bit because I kind of want to know the day-to-day life of what Punch was when Dad was in the military. You were a kid. Like, what was school like? Did you have
Man, I went to
after
school for the
school?
girls, bro. I did not like school because it didn't teach me nothing. I
Nothing.
ain't gonna lie, I had like two girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? I would just go see them type shit.
What grades were you getting? Did you flunk out or what? I mean,
I ain't fun. I graduated. I just didn't
there you
like
go.
school. I was an average student, like because I knew school wasn't that. Like, this is lame. Now when I went to college, my boy,
There you go. I was gonna say, hold on. All right, there you go. Right, right. You
I
knew
went
where
to
you was
college
going with it.
to be a recording engineer, man, in the studio and shit. I met a lot of great people in Chicago doing that too, man. And I decided, hey, if I know how to do all this, instead of me signing somebody, I really manage my own self. So let me go ahead and do all the things that I know how to do and try to like, just build a little portfolio there instead of because it was too much work trying to work with other people, man. People are not on the same page and stuff like that. So it was just best to do it myself. I'll be broke for a long time, but shoot, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 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 man. You know, you got to do what you got to do, and I think that integrity is probably a man's best quality, and a lot of people sell that shit out. It's okay, man. Here and there, just the FYI, man. Like TOS on shit and stuff is probably not that bad. But anyway, yeah, people seem to sell out their own integrity, you know, and their own standards when the dollar amount is right. And I honestly don't think that there's a price on that, you know. And I actually, I I'm glad to know, I'm honored to know people like you who just won't sell out. You know, you're just going to continue to push on, and people are going to hear the story or they're not. But they're going to hear it all the way you want to tell it. You're not going to have somebody sit there and dictate you how you're going to tell your story, you know, no matter how much the dollars come swinging at you. So I think by now, man, if you wanted to sell out, dude, you could have. We both know so many people in the industry on the higher ups, and I think that if you really wanted to push, you know, for that like knee pad or that knee pad type attitude, dude, that gets people pretty far, man, as long as you're willing to
nah,
go
not over
down.
here. We don't do that. I don't care
Right,
what waved in
hell
front of
no,
my
we don't.
face.
Right, stay strong
You
and
can have $1 million and wave that in front of my face. I will not fold.
nah, man,
That's word to my warrior ethos. Only a few know what the warrior ethos are.
Few, very few too. So I think that it's again something that is missing in this industry where people they lack the courage to stand on the words that they want to say. And I say it all the time about people with their hollow words, and they start spitting them out, man, and all of a sudden you just see them bury themselves in their own words because they don't stand on a damn thing that they say, not one, you know. And when I speak on things, and when you do too, we like to set a foundation on those words. We can stand on top of those, and people can understand that what I say is 100%. If I'm going to tell you I'm going to do something, dude, it's done. And if I told you I've done something, just best believe that it's word, you know. And I think the only way that that type of mentality gets to the people around you is if you are that type of person, if you've never wavered in who you are. And I think that also isolates you a lot in this world, you
Yeah, I
know.
definitely feel like that, man. And I'm learning to be
Sure.
okay with it.
Yeah, isolation isn't the worst thing. I think for a man, you know, women are a little bit different, man. They're social creatures a little more than men. I think we can live in an isolated, like people like you do, warriors, man. Sometimes, you know, it's not the best to be in such a large group all the time, you know, and you need to kind of find yourself, you know. So, when you went to college after the military, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were in the military, what did music do for you there? Like, what were you doing, man? What kind of a so actually, I'm sorry. I wanted to still, you said the school life. What happened after school? I'm sorry. We'll get to the military thing after.
Shoot, man. Actually, I was in sync with this recruiter dude, bro, because I kind of knew what I wanted to do. You know, I didn't have an OG or nothing like that to guide me in any freaking path. So I was just like, you know, I'm gonna just set myself up for something in the future because I just got this feeling I'm gonna need this. And I did. I needed it. I still need it to this fucking day. What the army taught me, you know, um, how to survive, stuff like that. Literally, bro. Like I could have ran to an OG and been like, "Hey, man, can you do all this for me?" Like I did this all myself. But if I had help, I would really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I would show that love. But um, it was just grinding after high school, dog. Got into the army, went to war. That really changed me as a man. Like I'm not the same person I was before I left this country. Um, I definitely have
Yeah,
a more solid attitude towards righteousness, and that's probably why I am in the position I am right now because I'm not doing the things that the regular person would do in this industry.
I agree. I actually think so. I think that you do have a unique perspective on the world, life, and the way I don't think you're a rapper, dude. You're even beyond an MC, man. You're just, you know, I do think that you can fit into the category of Eminem of like words what is it? Wordsologist. What is it? Lyricologist, right? Is that what it was? They like made up that category for somebody for him. I believe. Am I wrong on that? I could be wrong if they made it up for him,
I
but I
mean,
do I
you're not. I
it's
don't know what about the word, but you're not wrong about what you're
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I do. You're up there, but I think that the unique position of not just military life, man, but like I've told you this before, I believe that in the country, it's about 1% or less than 1% of our society or of our people go into the military, and then even a smaller fraction of that actually see combat. So you're like the elite of the elite, you know, right? The elite of the elite, and I do think that our men and women of in the service, you know, past and future, or
Hey,
past
I want to
and
say
present.
something. I
Go
do.
ahead, yeah, please.
This is to the viewers. If any of you were ever in there about me being proud of my veteran status, I'm damn proud of that shit. If you hating, I'm gonna keep it PG. But just if you hating, you already know what you can do.
Right,
I'm a real
facts
combat
though.
veteran, bro, and I'm proud of
I
that shit.
think
That's why I always say it.
I think that that's again. I don't think that that's a bad thing to have pride, you know,
They
and
try to
it
make
just
me feel weird about that,
not
bro. I'm
like
talking like, nigga, who
pride,
y'all?
you know, not pride too, because you know when you get too much into it. But I do think that to be proud of the man that you are, the things that you went through, and the outcome of it, dude, which is one, your survival. You made it. You know, you made it, right? And I know that
There's a
there's
book out there.
always
sorry, bro, to interrupt you, but there's
No,
a book out there called Sons of the Argandab, and I'm in that book. It was
oh,
just
really?
released. It was just released 2 months ago, and it's about the fight in Kandahar, Afghanistan.
So when you say you're in it, what do you
I'm
mean
in that mug.
specifically?
My name, bro. I don't even know if it's pictures in that book, but if it is, I'm in there,
They mention you by name?
bro. That was my OG that wrote that.
That's awesome, too. Uh, we'll be looking into that. I'll get it. I'm definitely
All
gonna
right,
buy
bro.
that book. Yeah, that's cool, man. Awesome. So what was training like, man? When you got into it, dude, was it everything that you were thinking it was going to be, the structure of it? You know, you left home and you got into the whole mess of it. How did it feel?
Uh, Training, you have to get used to it, bro. It becomes like a everyday hard work day. If that makes sense. Like picture yourself in the sun all day, doing construction, or I don't know, building fences, or you know what I'm saying, some type of contracting thing that you have to physically keep yourself in it for. And not a lot of people can do it all day. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the ones that just always been, physically able. I'm not a
I
super strong bodybuilder or nothing like that. I just have a mindset of I can probably lift as much as you can one time just because of my mindset, but I'm not conditioning
for
my body
sure
to that, but I have the mindset to work fucking hard.
that dedication, that won't quit
So
attitude.
training was a mindset, bro. It was a everyday. You know you got to do this. So occupy your mind for these 8 to 10 hours while you have to work, so you don't go off the deep end mentally or whatever. And just know at the end of the day, when you're done with that task, you moved up a step. You've elevated. You got something done. You know what I mean? So that's what training was like for me, homie.
Curious, were we in active war at that time? Or well, I guess I don't
Yes,
think we've been in active, but they training you knowing they were going to send you
I
to
knew, bro.
fight
Before I even signed the line, bro, I knew I was going over there.
to
I
fight
knew it.
specifically. Yeah. Because some people, so I was actually wondering, I don't know if you can answer this too, because it wasn't for you. You were being trained in a time where there was combat going on. Sometimes, a lot of the time when there's no combat really going on, people are being trained. Is it the same exact standard, or do they press a little extra hard when they know they're actually about to send you over there? Like, this dude, he's not gonna have to sit for months and or weeks, and maybe there'll be a conflict, years, who knows. This guy is going over there in 5 weeks. We got to train him up and send him over there right now. Let's push him harder than we would push the other people. Do you know if that's a thing,
Well,
or do they just keep that standard all the way?
kind of, bro. When I
You know,
was in a standard operating procedure to go hard all the time anyway, you know what I'm saying? For
sure,
training.
that's what I.
We go out to the field every month, dude, and we stay out there for a while. We lived out there. I started having problems with my ex-wife because I was always going so freaking much in the army. It just got me used to being on the road. That's why I'm like living the life I live now. But uh sorry, I got off topic a little bit.
No, it's okay. Man, you got me. You got me off topic. Uh, the mindset of how they're training people.
Okay,
You were
so
saying,
yeah,
it's go hard, go hard.
it's just standard operating procedure to go
Oh,
hard.
period.
The last like month or whatever, or a couple months that we are over there training, they kind of use that to put their foot in people's asses. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that, man.
When you when you went over there, what was your first interaction of, lethal force, coming to you, or you bringing it to them?
Well,
What
shit,
did that
mother.
what did
Hey,
that
I
feel
got
like?
sick from a sandstorm.
Sick. So like you couldn't breathe?
Dog, it was rough on my whole breathing system. Like we in that mug, we gotta wear scarves on our face, but we don't do that when we sleep. So when we breathe all of that in, like, dude, my whole palate was like, it felt like it got rubbed by sandpaper. Like, man, it was just rough. It's hard to swallow all the time, dude. Like,
Did you get caught in like a fight while having that happen to you?
I
Like,
mean, yeah, some mortars got dropped on us. Yeah, yeah.
while you're dealing with
They don't give a
sandpaper
yeah,
talent.
they don't care, bro. Like
That's great. Well, of course not. You're like, hey man, I ain't ready for this yet, dude. Let me acclimate to this.
but
How
like
did
low
you?
key, man, like that stuff just prepared me for like all the stuff that people be acting about wussies here. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm sick, I can't go to work. Nigga, get your
Yeah,
punk
no,
ass up.
right. You have no idea what it is to struggle, man, and have to just shut up, put up. You got to put up and shut up. Just like get out there and get it done. Uh,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
just
lot
don't do well in
of
environments
give
where I
up.
gotta kiss somebody's ass. I don't do well in those
Yeah,
environments.
me neither, though, dude. Me neither. That's why I have to be so independent with what I'm always doing, man. I got my fingers in many pies. Like people try and say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's like I got so many eggs and so many fucking baskets. It's ridiculous, including just having a regular old job, like industry job, because got to take care of the family, man. But hopefully, one of these things really start to work out and. Uh, we can kind of get down to the thing that we're really trying to do, which push
Yeah,
society into a better direction. So anyway, a couple more questions on military, and we'll kind of get more into to the music and just what's going on in that shit. But when you were over there, what was the I don't want to say scared. What was the most intense moment, man? Like, what was the moment, a time where you thought, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out? Is that something you can talk about? Anything like that?
I'll give you a little brief some. It was an ambush, man. Ambushes are not like you can't prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know when that shit's gonna hit. Like I caught in a freaking 12-hour fucking gunfight, bro. Like we ran out of ammo and everything. Black Hawks coming in, trying to clear the way and shit. Like, yo, people passing out from being dehydrated out there, ran out of water. We ain't bringing up water. That was a day and we were like 45 days in. I was like, damn, man, this shit, what the fuck did I do? But I wasn't like bitched up or nothing about it. I still fought, bust all my ammo, bro. Just like it was just one of them situations, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if a group of people die out here, that's what the fuck happened. We ran out of bullets, bro. Like for real.
How'd you make it out of that then?
Man, we had got a couple of Humvee trucks with 50 cows on top of them that pulled up and saved us, man. They surrounded our asses, man. It was over with. Like for us, like if nobody came, we would have all been dead.
Dude, so in that moment, in those moments, you're out, and it's like enemies advancing. All of a sudden, boom, there's backup, dude. They come and they put enemy back down in their place and rescue you out.
I've never felt the relief feeling this so much since that day. Like there's things that make you like, oh, okay. But no, that shit right there had me like, oh,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah. That is
I
intense,
got back
man.
to the wire that night, dog, and I threw my fucking helmet and I was just like staring at the wall for like a good 2 hours. I stood there for 2 hours and my platoon sergeant kept coming back asking me, hey man, you good? You able to go out tomorrow? Man, and every day, regardless of what the fuck happened, if one of the homies got, we still out there, bro. That's why I'm still doing this shit. If I'm not accepted here, if y'all don't like me over here, I'm still gonna do this thing. I'm shining this light because this is for freedom. This is for freedom. This is not for your attitude or your ego. It's for freedom, bro.
This is actually why I got myself involved with the music industry, is because being a First Amendment auditor, First Amendment is freedom of speech. If the First Amendment is being attacked, which it is very much so, I will tell you from personal experience, absolutely. I was about to go to jail because a nasty, rude, disgusting woman would ignore the citizens. It was really bad. And so anyway, when I would walk in, she'd get up, turn around, and walk out of the office so that nobody was there to deal. Like I couldn't ask for anybody. They'd lock the doors. And so as she walked away, I said, "Look at this troll faced bitch." And they come 4 months. Hey, they come 4 months later saying that's second-degree harassment. I didn't even say, "Hey, troll faced bitch." I didn't even call it to her. Now, that's a very dangerous thing, man, that I can be on my YouTube and with my audience, I can look at a person and I can call, I don't even give a fuck what I call her, okay? My freedom of speech should be intact always. There is no second degree harassment when I call somebody a name and hurt their fifis. So I actually, yeah. So I got involved, man. I thought that the fight that we were in, I think very much so linked into to the music industry, and you know, you guys live off the First Amendment. If all of a sudden it's restricted and you can't make the music that you want to make, what's going to happen to the industry? Now, music has been used to combat the government, slavery, tell historic, tell stories like lineage, about bloodlines, all kinds of shit. Like music has been utilized since humans were mocking like bird sounds. I think is where it really originated. You know, Neanderthals or whatever. I looked it up. That's kind of where I think that's what they were saying, that people were like trying to mimic, you know, wildlife, and so boom, we developed music. I think that it's very important that we stand on the things that we say, and we don't waver at all. I don't give a shit what you don't like. If I'm gonna say it and you don't want to hear it, then shut your ears. Move the fuck out of my space, right? Like,
Man,
dude, and even if so, I'm so sorry that my words are so harsh and it offends you in such a way that you feel my freedoms need to be you know, violated. Like, it's ridiculous, man. So sorry I went on my rant there, but yeah, I
nah,
think
it's
that
good, bro, because that's a good standpoint. I understand that shit too, man.
um so you got the relief, man. What was your job in the military? What did you
I
do? What's
went
your
in as an
position?
intel collector. That shit was hard because I was too young to comprehend a lot of shit about speech, man. It took me a little while through my adulthood to learn how to truly communicate. When they say communicate, who, what, where, why, when, branching off of that, and then that's how you really get to know a person's who, what, where, why, when, and how. Um, didn't really realize that until the age of 27. It was maybe 10 years later. I was 10 years basically behind on a lot of shit. So I went over there as I reclassed as a field artilleryman, and then the field artilleryman get with the infantryman, and they become infantryman, and then they do that thing that infantry people do over there. So I was an
Whoa.
infantryman in Afghanistan, bro. Fucking basically a hardcore ass mercenary police officer. We didn't give a fuck.
What was your experience with like IEDs, explosives? Did you handle those
A lot of
ever?
my friends got almost got by one of them motherfuckers, and the one I
Okay.
almost got by, I actually walked right past it. It was on a cliff, man. We were going down to the river coming up from this valley. Um, but it was one of those things like you got an opening right here, and then you got the wall and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was just sitting right there on that wall. Bro, my hand barely like touched it, and it was a round IED that looked like one of those candle wicks. You know those candles that you, not the candles, but the scent things in the house that you take and you just twist, and it's got like the long tube top.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
It
gel
looked
in it.
like that, bro. Man, he was like, it's an IED. I'm like, bro, I almost put my LT. I'm calling him bro and shit. Bro, almost fucking touched that shit. Man, bro, they control detonated that motherfucker. It was a pretty nice explosion too, bro. My whole half body would have been gone. You know what? I'm at a stage right now where I could talk about that shit, bro, because I've been through tons of therapy through the VA, through my homies, through my other vet homies. I think I received enough to actually make albums and stuff about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit. I don't care who don't want to listen to it. I need my diary put out.
That will be where we transition to too, man. Is like what you're putting out on there. Um, yeah, dude, that would be. I'm telling, man, that would be intense. What did you leave? What status did you leave the
I
army
live
with?
honorable.
Yeah, but what were you?
E4 specialist.
Gotcha. Um, what would, if somebody asked you your whole title, like, hey man, what were you like? What would you say? I was blah blah blah.
Like in the
What unit?
military?
Yeah. What unit and all that? Like
Oh boy, you already know. First 320th Field Artillery Regiment at 101st Airborne Division in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, boy. Screaming Eagle, Old A, bro. I got that shit tattooed on my neck, bro.
yeah, like that.
You already know.
That
I
was
can represent
funny.
quick as hell like that.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was gonna be woo. That was good, dude. That was
Shout
good.
out to my dogs, man. We got a family reunion June 13th, actually, in Tennessee, man. Clarksville, Tennessee.
Man, I want to go.
Man, I'm hoping I could go with all this damn work I got ahead of me.
Yeah, for real though, man. Yeah, with the two, dude, it's hard for me to dedicate any time to anything other than work right now. You know,
And they
working baby.
understand too, like they all over my shit, man. They my homeboy tagged me the other day, was like, man, I can't wait till you come out with what you coming out with, this, and that. I'm like, damn, so y'all all right, y'all still in my corner. Hell yeah. Cause I barely talk to my vet dudes, and it's like that. You actually gotta call them and be like, hey man, you doing all right? Cause 9 times out of 10, they brain swollen. You know what I mean by brain swollen?
Just well, when you, I'm thinking thud.
Well, depression, bro. When you sit in that room and them four
Oh,
walls,
sure. Okay. Yeah. I can get that. They start closing in on you, man. It feels real
type
tight.
shit.
Yeah.
The brain do not feel good when that's happening.
Yeah, right, man. That's where which this terminology is said with plenty of people, but Brett Cooper, this chick that's on YouTube, man, she says you need to go out and touch grass. You know, and that's for sure, man. You know, stop staying indoors, dude. Go out there and literally, like literally touch grass. Go to the park, lay down on the ground. You remember, did you ever go out like picnicking or something? Like, just have you ever taken a blanket out to a park and just laid out in the grass? Even if it was to watch fireworks or something. Yeah, okay. Because
I
I mean,
still
I've done
do
it.
that. I was gonna go do that.
Hey, that's fun, dude. It's so relaxing, man, and just to watch the
One of
clouds
these.
pass through, dude. Yeah, that's what's not right. That very relaxing, super chill to do something like that. So all right, when you left, what did you come home to? Because I think, man, this is the type of slacking our society has. So actually, before you answer that, this is what I propose something. I would like this to be out in society. This I have a suggestion. All right, instead of always trying to put the men and women in therapy, constantly drugging them, trying to work them back into society all the way, which I do think we should do that. Shouldn't we focus a good amount of attention even on a school level, like maybe high school or middle school, start teaching children how to interact with our vets. So when we have people that come back from the military, these are the certain things that you need to watch out for and the things that you shouldn't do. Don't go up behind them and scare them. Don't be doing loud noises. If something like this happens, you know, and they react like that, this could be why. This is something that you should do to try and stop it or calm it down or separate yourself from the situation. So I think that we as society have actually we slack on ourselves to understand how we should interact with our warriors. When you guys come back and you guys have a rough time to integrate back into society as a civilian, you know, I think that it's a big part of us to make it a world for you to be able to come back to. You know, so when you left and you came back, what type of feeling did you have? What acceptance, you know, did society give you? Like, was it hero's welcome or was it just not even anything nil? Like, what happened?
You know, it's a mixture of a lot, man. Um, a lot of people would thank you for your service, you know, and that felt good. Um, but it felt different coming from other people who served. I don't. It just hits different, man. I really appreciate and I show hella gratitude for the ones that do tell me that, man. I was all over the place when I came back, man. All I really wanted was for somebody to talk to me nice. I know you probably heard that phrase before. just talk to me nice, man. Like we don't
Yeah,
have
phone policing, but I
we
get it
don't
because you've been having people yelling at you the whole time and trying to, kill
like
you.
you're ready to snap because of how much you
Yeah,
have to put up with, bro. That's what they don't tell you outside the army. Like, man, I had fucking higher ups that were like a level or two over me, and these guys would talk to me like I ain't never had a mentor or been taught anything in my life. And these were, I don't want to make it racist right now, but these were white guys, bro. That disrespected the hell out of me because of rank, bro. I almost got into it with these guys a couple of times. I did get into it with one of them a couple of times, you know. And I was so locked in. I had it this good, bro. I was locked in with one of the higher ups. He actually beat this motherfucker up for me for always fucking with me, bro. Because he knew I was a real nigga at the end of the day, real dude at the end of the day.
I got
Sorry,
you. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, yeah.
but it's you need nice people around you when you're trying to heal.
All right, dude. Yeah, I think that's totally reasonable, actually. Um, I do. If if there was anybody that you should kind of tone police yourself around, I do think that our true warriors are one of them. There is benefit on both sides for that one. It doesn't throw them back into survival instinct, kill mentality, like whatever it throws you into, it's so that's good for them. And then also, um, what reaction physically they can take on to themselves or even another person,
That's just like
so I
what's
just
going on with me right now, like my current state right now. I'm triggered like right now as I'm speaking to you, but I'm just like, this is a part of my therapy that I learned about how to keep things pushing on my own. And dude, like I'm trying so hard not to go back to the VA right now because I feel like I got this shit. I kind of feel like I do, but I kind of don't. You know. And this is the
just
real that
curious,
you're gonna probably get out of all these interviews, dog. I don't feel like keep going right now, but I'm gonna keep going.
just curious too. Did I push you into that, man,
Nah,
or
homie, it was a situation before I
okay,
had this interview
all
because I
right,
was scheduled to do this anyway, but then something happened in between,
yeah,
and it
yeah, no
nah,
worries,
I'm down to talk
yeah.
about everything. I'm triggered right now, and it has nothing to do with any of our subjects. It's just my life. I don't like my life. I like my rap life.
Got you, dude. Hey, and so speaking of life and rap life, man, when uh when you're putting out these albums, what are you saying in these songs? What can people expect when they put on a punch, track, which I do know there's some party ones, and I always try to tell people that, like, look, not every single one's gonna be deep, but I could tell you this: at the moment of that being written, he was talking about real shit in his life. I could tell you that, dude, whether it's being partying or not. But when you're just talking about the average punch song, which that's what I know, the average punch has a lot of story in it, dude. I think that most of your songs are a lot deeper than people even understand. So
I don't even know if
when
they
they're
want to understand.
right, I get it. I actually I get that. But when they're putting on the average punch song and it has a message, man, like what are you saying to people? What are you trying to
I'm stating
convey?
righteousness, man. And I'm really speaking to a lot of people on behalf of leadership. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna lead something, do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Don't have shit out here weird as fuck. Like, there's a industry standard, man. And nine times out of, or 2 times out of 10, you're not gonna be able to see everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But just like, yo, be very cognizant in this industry of what's going on with you and your guys or
Digital.
whatever the hell. So I speak on behalf of that. Um, and like, I don't really put my personal shit in there. Like, ain't nobody business about what I've been through with my family or nothing like that. All you need to know is I'm out here really, really grinding for this, man. I need my spot. Like, maybe when I do get into that spot, I'll be comfortable enough to talk about it. But right now I am so uncomfortable in all the most uncomfortable ways that an artist can be uncomfortable.
Well, you do get deep, man. What kind of so when I get it. Nobody will actually get a story about your mom, your dad, or friends specifically, but they will get stories about like your military mentality, maybe even a military situation, you know, put into some kind of life. But usually it's as deep as military mentality has affected you in a way where darkness continues to want to creep, but you push it so hard with that light, and it's really what this is what I get. So really, what it speaks to me is that it talks about how the darkness is always trying to overcome, but you got to push through, man, and basically fuck that, fuck that shit, and find the light into it, man. You know, even if
Yeah, I
it's
speak on that
literally
a lot.
challenging
I
the
forgot
odds.
about
Yeah,
that. I
I
speak on
know
that a lot.
a lot, like almost. That's what I'm saying. That's the average, in my opinion. That would be the average punchline song is telling you about how it's creeping, man, but fuck that shit. Push it out. So when you're making that, what do you think is that? I don't want to speak for you, so even if you have to kind of reiterate exactly what I said, but in your own words, man, what type of message are you pushing out there when you're talking about these things? Like, what do you want people to know?
Man, you gotta find your path, man. Light that path, bro. Because you're gonna go through so much, and it's just gonna always try to alter your plan or your mood or whatever you got going on that you're solely focused on. You just can't let that throw you off course. That's exactly what that means. You can't like even if you loved it so much, you were so for it, you were all passionate about it. If you still got something that you want to do, just because you love this and love that, don't let that deter you. Like, no, you are your own leader. You are your own temple. You in your own body. We're human. We're all humans. Like, only thing that we lack is education. So, and people actually use that as a weapon against us for what we don't know. And if we're trying to seek, like I was one of those people who were always trying to seek stuff, you know, and then I ran into the people who knew stuff and I would like try to pick their brain and shit like that. And then they looked at me like I was weird or didn't give me the right answers. And that's what
That's
set me off. I'm like, motherfucker, that's the same shit that my fucking NCO would tell me if I didn't tell him the right. If I bullshitted my NCO, he will fuck me up. But look,
yeah, I
I
don't
know
think that's a
we're
good
not
thing.
we're not in the army anymore and all this and that, but I still got it in me.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how you can get it out.
I don't even know either. That's why I suffer.
I don't even know why you'd want to. I think that the thing again where I think society is lacking, dude, is how we integrate you back into society, which I think everybody knows that. But the thing is I don't think that we should try and figure out how to get that mentality out of you. I think that what we need to do as a society is figure out how to utilize it best in a healthy way for you and for us, you know? And I don't see why that's such a difficult thing since war and battle has been around since the first man picked up a stick, you know, and who said that? I was about to quote a movie now, picked up a stick and beat the other man to death with it. He said beat the other man's ass to death with it. I can't remember who said that,
That was Cain
but
and
totally
Abel.
yeah, totally true though. Well, yeah,
Hey, I
like
spoke on that on the album.
that's good. See, I deep man. But yeah, there's really no escaping that type of interaction with society unless we get some crazy some crazy utopia where everybody we're so scientifically like advanced technologically advanced that there is no more fighting and stuff like that. Other than that, we're always gonna reduce back down to force to fighting to physical threats or execution of them. And I do think that somebody who has experience in that, if they can't get the mentality out, and is still wanting to be in, which I know you kind of probably didn't want to get back into violence, but how do we utilize that, man? How do we put them back into a job or a role in our society where they fit perfectly? Well, maybe not perfect because nobody's perfect, but they fit comfortably in their own skin and we aren't in danger and we're able to interact with them as well. Because I think we need to learn from you
You know,
guys.
honestly, dude, to be honest, with everything that's going on right now, there's systems in place for everything. This goes back to standard operating procedure, man. America needs a SOP, man, for when these guys do get out, or any type of war conflicting thing that affects these humans. Like, they need to go through a system to be categorized in society again. Like, when we're rehabilitated, like when we go to fucking jail and stuff like that. When we're not really rehabilitated. We're just caged and held in a can and told to go
That-
find a job. Like, can you help these people? Nah,
right.
it's
Where's the
America's
actual
fraud. America's
rehabilitation?
actually fraud, bro, because like that system right there, G.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like there's never we want action, 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 but we don't really want to deal with a lot of consequences of them. We want to put our men and women out there. Well, we need them, in some cases, like sometimes we need to throw our men into war. But we don't give a shit about the result of it. We really don't care. We're like, well, now. And then when they come back, we're like, well, just deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, no. How about the same strategic plan that you put into winning the war? We should probably have a good exit strategy as well. Not just exiting the country, but exiting the war mentality and putting our warriors back into society in a good, or in a way that they're comfortable. And I do mean comfortable. Y'all served enough where I think that there should be bent over backwards things, laws, policies, whatever, to that you guys are make it an easier way for you to integrate back into society. Like maybe even not paying taxes, which I know that's monetary, but shit's stressful, you know. Uh all tax. Like you go into a store and you get the candy bar's $1, you get it for $1. There's nothing you ever pay taxes on. Nothing. You got your house, you buy your house, you own your house. No property tax ever, right? You fought for that land you live on. Period. Like period. So yeah, anyway, I think that we fall short for you guys big time, man. Um so that's the message that you like to put in there is, there's the light that you need to find the path with the light. Where do they get the light? Where do you get the light? How's that?
I created it.
Dude, yeah, well you did though, man. You actually that one of the best things I've ever seen ever, dude, was that light up table. The first time I saw you performing, man, that was the coolest thing. And I've said this to you before, but I don't know how many people know this, but I was in a very, very bad mood. I was put on the I was put on the list for one of the artists there. I'm not gonna speak on it, but I was put on the list for one of the artists to get in like VIP for free, and it miscommunication happened, and I wasn't like on the list, and they were giving me crap at the security was giving me crap, and it would dude, I don't have thin skin. I'm thick skin. I'm really you could give me shit all day. It's totally fine, but it started getting really on top of that they were insinuating very almost flat out saying you're a liar, you weren't on the list, like you don't even know this person, that type, and then insulting me on top of it, which they were calling my backpack, they were calling my backpack a man purse. So I was like, man, and it was some female security. I'm like, this bitch, dude, fuck you. I was getting heated. And finally we get on the list, or we get it all taken care of, and they're patting us down, and the man security rubs my wife's ass. And in fear, just dude, it was a birthday of a person already having problems. There was so many people on the line that if I would have done this, it would have impacted a lot. It would have impacted a lot more than just me. So, and plus, I probably would have went to jail. So I had to very much so think, what am I gonna do? Right, really hard, man. And it was. I'm gonna tell you, man, it was hard to grit down that pride. And I'm, dude, really, I guess speaking out on it, man, I guess I did not let my wife down, man. She was patted down in a violated way, and I let her down not defending her on a I knew that I had other people at risk of this. So anyway, it was eating me up really bad. And I wanted to go say some shit, and then you come out on stage, right? I'm like, oh, okay. I like this energy a lot. Immediately, it started to calm me down, dude. I'm on the phone too, man. I'm like, man, trying. Who was I on the phone with? Can't remember. I was on the phone with somebody. Like, dude, I'm about to step out and hurt this person. I need to know how to calm myself down. You come out on stage, it starts to calm down more. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get off the phone. So I got off the phone, man. I'm listening to you, and I look over and I see the table is just lit up, just lit, dude, with all your threes. And I'm like, man,
All different
this
colors.
is
It was like a fucking
all, dude,
techno show
all of
over
them,
there.
man. So bright, too. So bright, man. I'm like, this is awesome. I really like that. And so, I heard some people talking about who it was. All the people, and I was in and out of the place before you came on stage. Right before you came out, all your people, all the punchers, man, they're all like, dude, Punch is about to come out, dude. Let's go. Like nobody was messing around. They're like, get in there now. Stop conversating and get
Yeah,
inside.
bro, because it's a freaking party when I go up
All
there.
right. Well,
Everybody's invited, dude.
I had no idea though. I had no idea, right? And so yeah, I come in, there's your energy. It was so bright. It was so captivating. Your high energy, man. You bring it in, and it literally flipped my whole mood, into I'm saying a lot, but it flipped into my mode into a whole different demeanor of all right, I really need to calm down. Now I'm calm. Not only that, dude, my wife's over there. She didn't feel as violated as I saw it. You know what I mean, dude? And she's having a great time. And I had to separate myself because I was dragging her down, and I didn't want to do that. And all of a sudden, dude, I'm getting uplifted now, and it took you came out on stage, and all of a sudden all the dark and the bad just poof, it kind of floated away into an energy of fuck that shit, which is I think it was the second song maybe that you came out, or it could have been the first. No, I think it was the second song, because did you do Drill Sergeant? Yeah, man, you
That
did
was the
that too.
first. I came out in the hat.
Yeah, right. Okay, and then you did fuck that shit. Right.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta strap the gloves on for that one.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually in it, dude. I've seen in the very left corner, you can see Jules, and I'm not the bald guy there, but like you can kind of see my bald head behind him. So like I'm actually even in the
Shout
video.
out to D-Bogs for that.
Anthony got me on there, right? That's what I was gonna say, dude. Anthony got me, man. He's great cameraman, great cameraman.
That's my dog, bro. Like, that's that's mine. Hey, that's
Yeah,
mine. Anybody try
he
looking in
is.
this mine?
He was he was on the chat, man, yesterday, dude. His message is still there for when we were gonna go on yesterday, which that's cool that the messages stayed up. But yeah, he popped on with a couple gloves. So yeah, shout out to Anthony, dude. He's great friend, great friend, man,
That's
great
my
man.
dog, boy. He made it. If you ask me, he made it. That boy can leave
Yeah.
Ohio anytime he want to come see us.
Oh, dude, legit, absolutely, man. He's got a home everywhere I'm at.
He
Anywhere else
good.
he can too.
Sucks I
Uh,
can't get him, man. I was gonna fly him out, bro. To come do this thing with me and T Nut.
Yeah, so moving on to that, I know you got an album working, man. You got even a release date. All right, Rip It Snippets 3.
I'm waiting on these
Okay.
pre-order links to come live, bro. Cause like once they buy the album, they get that track with me and T Nutty. I'm headed to
Um,
Sacramento just to finish that out.
how many collabs you got on this album?
Just two.
2 collabs. So this time it's more of a solo.
Well, bro, it was. I've been put into that position to do it solo. Rippin' Snippets was supposed to be a series of elite MCs, you know what I'm saying, that come together and just tear shit up on a mutual understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like I would even give some of these guys half of the royalties or whatever if I didn't have to pay them. Um, but but a lot of the MCs I just can't get along with. I don't know what the disconnect is, but like, bro, I'm a really smart guy. I know what's right and wrong. I know about business. Why can't I get along with these guys
Maybe
to
it's
do
the
some
guys can't.
work? You know, even my OG said some shit in his album. He said it on which album was that? I can't remember. But Twisted Insane said some shit about why you ain't really got features because people be acting funny. You
That's
know, like
true, man.
if people didn't look at me weird because I'm trying to excel and stuff like that, then maybe we can get some work done and we can get some money together how I dreamed before. But we can't do that because of you. Not you, but yourself.
Yeah. Right. You stand in
Call
the
me right
wrong
now.
way.
Anybody can call me right now. Hey man, how you been? I've been straight, bro. Just trying to live life. You know, the conversation will go regular, but then some weird shit will be said by them. It's like that a lot. I mean, it don't matter who it is, man. I'm just like, can we just do away with the fucking weirdness, bro, and get back to MCing?
Another just kind of off what you were saying about the royalties and stuff.
Yeah.
What is the standard that you would like to change in the industry about doing like features and collabs with people? What would be like in
So,
your idea of perfect
man,
world?
before this became a scam, basically,
There it is.
um,
I knew it. Yeah, dude, straight up. Go ahead. Dude. Yeah.
artists would just get together and be like, "Hey, man, you want to make some money? Yeah, how we gonna do that? All right, I'm gonna make this beat, then we both gonna jump on it. And I'm gonna give you 40 or 50%. You know what I'm saying? We are gonna make a whole album and half the songs I just give you 40 or 50% to. How that sound, G? Bro, hell yeah,
What
we making
is
money out of
that?
nothing. What? Hell
What
yeah.
is that?
Now motherfuckers want 5, 10 racks up front just to give you a weak ass verse.
Like a
Yeah, I said it,
verse,
a weak
right?
ass verse. Y'all don't even take nothing but 30 minutes to write the verse. Like that's weak. Yes,
Now,
I'm madly
it,
disappointed in this industry, bro.
and now saying that, okay, you have been guilty of this in the past, as
Hold
in
on,
like
bro. Fucking stupid ass mufflers, bro. I'm triggered, dog. I need to go somewhere and just
you're
find
good.
peace.
Yeah, we're coming towards the end. I like to try and keep them about an hour ish, because I'm gonna have somebody come in and like chop them up at some point. I don't know this person yet. I gotta find a person, but I'm gonna find somebody to like chop them up and make clips and pop them out. And it'd be nice if I can keep them close to an hour. One, I can pay them per the video. Like, hey, it's an hour video, should take this much editing, so throw that much. Blah
Yeah,
blah.
you gotta watch it at the same time you chop it.
Right, sure. So yeah, and anyway, but you yourself have been guilty of charging for verses back in the day, but this was something that I think we all were discussing a lot of it, dude, because it was just the standard that we wanted to start really changing for society specifically,
You
and
know,
you
I
wanted
did
to
it, bro.
influence the industry. Go ahead.
I did it, but I did it for a very, very low amount because I know I'm not a big guy and stuff. And at the same time,
Yeah.
I over delivered. One artist that I
Oh,
used to
so
know,
I was gonna go to that, dude. You
one
always
artist that I
deliver, but
used to know told me, he said, "Hey, bro, stop selling yourself short." I'm like, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking he's right, but I'm not trying to scam my people. Like, I don't want my
right.
people paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a verse that only lasts 45 seconds.
It felt uncomfortable and unnatural, didn't it?
It just don't feel right. And so now I'm out of the loop. I'm pushed out of the people that are important and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? I don't even know what. I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a great path that you're on right now, dude. I think that the standard that you're setting to should be followed by others, by everybody in the industry. I think this whole pay me for my verse shit is whack, dude. If
Whack
if
as fuck.
if you just do it or don't do it, and if you do it, then you get part of the song, the royalties. If it makes money, you make money. If it doesn't, sorry, man. Like, I get it. If you need to, if somebody needs you to chop it up or make a beat, maybe you get a higher cut of it. Or maybe if you have to pay for studio time up front, there can be a negotiation of that. Those are all like reasonable requests, but to
It makes
expect,
our dreams just so far in reach, bro.
yeah,
Like, say for instance, if I wanted to do a song with X Rated, I cannot do that. I can't do a song with him. I can't do no song with Eminem. I just can't do no song with no fucking body who's really good, and I'm really good. I can't do no song with them because of the
you're really
scam.
good. Yeah, true. And you're coming at it all by yourself. You ain't got nobody, funding you, promoting you. Like you're independent all the way. So it would really be hard for you to come up with just 5 stacks, man. And like
Hard
here,
living independent, boy. Get it right.
right? It is though. Yeah, hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stupid.
So,
I feel like sometimes I made the wrong choice.
what's the message you want to push on that specifically? If you're going to tell the industry something, man, what would it be on that,
Well, dude,
man?
honestly, bro, like for me, it's probably different than a lot of other people would say, but just be in it for yourself, man. You know, these dreams that we have, I've been thinking about this since I was 6 years old in my first grade class, bro. And it's very disappointing. Very. So I'm trying to do what I gotta do to just like keep head above water. Cause you know, every 5 to 10 years the music industry changes. So I'm excited to see what changes this next coming few years, you know, and how things are we gonna get paid more? Are we actually gonna be able to make a living? Because I got like 1,300 listeners on Spotify consecutively, and it's just like, yo, where's my money? I'm looking at my freaking money sheets and I'm like, yo, where's my money? Why am I only getting a fraction of a cent for this song? Like this song has been played 50 times this week. This song got played 50 times this week. This one's 27. That one's 35. I think I'm owed a little bit of change so I can pay my rent, bro.
Yeah,
And it's not like
I
that.
would. Yeah,
So well, you can imagine, like, if I wasn't me, if I wasn't trained, I would have fucking crashed out.
I can see why there's so many people that will struggle for an amount of time
Dude, this is
and
my
just
life. I
give it
have
up.
nothing else I'm gonna do. I'm emceeing until the heart stops clicking.
Yeah, I think I've said that too, man. I don't see anything. You're naturally just really gifted, dude. You're like way gifted.
Ain't no
Your story,
contract gonna make me feel like I'm not valuable no more.
your storytelling ability is out stratosphere, dude. It's up there, man. I
I just
love it.
appreciate the people who listen and you know what I'm saying, who ain't just don't know weird shit to myself. Oh, it's Punchline. Fuck out of here. I'm so tired of those type of people, bro. I'm so tired of them, bro.
We were telling people, man, be in it for yourself, but don't sacrifice your integrity and don't step on other people to get there. Would that be a fair assessment? You need to be better for the industry. Let's set a better standard of success, man. It doesn't have to be selfishness, but it can be self-driven, you know. So let's try and take that me out of it a little bit and kind of work for the us, like the industry itself, man, is at risk. It itself is not bad. It's being polluted by the bad people in it. The industry, the music industry, is the music industry. It is being ran by the people who are at the top. You want it to change? Get yourself to the top. Start setting a better standard. Facts. That's the
And
only way
yeah,
it's
that's
going to
what I'm
work.
working on, man. That shit takes hella time too,
Sure
just to
does.
even be
Dedication.
understood. I just need one person to really understand that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And push it through, right, dude? You're right, man. You know, it only takes that like that one thing, dude. It's like, boom, oh
And
wow, look at
I
all
don't even
that.
have an attitude about this shit. It's just, dude, the average person coming into this industry would be disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they always leave you clueless. It's just like work hard. All right, I do some. If you really want to be real, if I put this camera on my chest, I do some of the hardest work, boy, just to put out a track. You want to play with me, man?
I wonder what the day in the life of Punch would be, man. A body cam, war all day, and just
Shit,
like
right
because
now it's hard labor, bro. It's been like that for 2 years. I did construction, bro. I'm out here building fences. You know what I'm saying? I was in the weed industry harvesting for a very long time, 200 plants a day. I cannot go home until I finish that 200 plants a day. Like, torturing hours of sewing these damn shirts, like, and pants and trying to find the next drip for the event. I'm tired, man. I need a team. I'm tired. And I was trying to reiterate that to a certain OG, but that nigga wouldn't listen. I'm tired.
the N bombs.
I'm tired, bro.
Watch the N bomb here.
If I could lay down and just like
Right here. These
be taken
hoodies.
to heaven, bro, like straight up, homie, I would just like take me.
Jesus, take the wheel. So in the Rip It Snippets, what do we got? How many songs?
You shine a light on me because you see what I'm going through. Oh, I appreciate you, man. You make me crack smiles, man. You really the only one of the only dudes that can do that when I'm mad.
Dude, it's awesome. Can you even see it pulsate?
Nah, I can't. I can see the green though for sure. That mug is rizzy.
It is there.
I remember when I made that.
Dude, on yeah, how many songs we got on Rip It Snippets 3, man? How many you got on there?
There's 16, bro. You know, I wanted to do like 25, 26, man, but God didn't permit that.
So we got 16 songs. What's the release date?
June 23rd. Your boy got a birthday on that day, so I want my life to feel a little bit
Oh,
more nostalgic. I want to be happy. I want to feel the good vibes again. I haven't felt those in years, man. So I want that day to feel important for me. And I haven't felt like I lost a lot of pleasure in doing things, but I really want that day to be nice for me, bro.
it should, dude. And I mean, man, you're gonna drop one, dude. What you've been sending me, I am so excited to see the videos, to listen to the songs, and to decipher all the messages that you're putting out there, man. It's it's pretty exciting, dude. I can't wait, man. Uh, is it
Man,
already
dude,
time?
it's definitely a diary. I can tell you that. You know how like girls don't want you to see their diary and shit like that or read their journals. Y'all can get all this work. Y'all can read
All of it,
frontward, backwards, study it. Shit, take a picture, write it down. I give a. You feel me?
right? So we plans kind of changed. At least on location of where you were gonna go. I did have a maybe in my title there because there was gonna be a possibility of a sneak peek of any kind of like a beat or anything that you were having on Rip It Snippets. Is that now out because you're in the car? Is there any way we can get a sneak peek of something? What do we got?
Y'all lucky I'm a player and I got
Ah,
hella phones.
I actually, dude, I was sitting there. I'm like, man, he's on his phone though. I'm gonna ask this. Is he gonna be able to do it? I
No,
forgot you
I
got.
wasn't know this one though. I got.
All
I
right,
see
Kevin
this one.
Gates. Come on,
Huh?
Kevin Gates. Let's go.
Hey,
Kevin
they
Gates.
both Galaxy
Oh,
Z phones. I am a stop flexing, bro.
that's hey. You know what? Sometimes in the business you need it. When I was out there catching the PDF files, man, I had four what I called the pedo phones.
Uh-huh.
I'd ask the wife. I'd be like, "Yo, give me like pedo phone 2 or whatever, you know." So I was working on all four of them, man. Uh, I had different apps that I got caught acting like a kid, you know, catching them, and they would ban it. So I had to get another phone and work that app and try not to, you know, get caught not being a kid. But anyway, so yeah, I had a whole bunch of them, man, and I was flexing all the time when I was. I dropped, dude. I broke two screens. So I had my phone and it slid out of my bag, broke the screen. I'm like, oh no, while live on YouTube, and I put that one away and I bend down and the other one slides out. Broke that screen, dude.
No,
Within
that's
like
exactly what the hell happened here. Like this one's all bogus.
they,
And then I just dropped this one like yesterday. I'm like, bruh.
that sucks so bad, dude. That sucks so
Like, am
bad.
I not allowed to have a phone, fam? You feel me? Like,
So, all right, what do we got, man? What do we got?
hold
I'm
on, man.
excited. Now this
It, huh?
is it charging? Your
It
mic
just,
didn't
it
turn
just, I just, I'm just able to turn it on, type
I
shit.
got
Cause
you.
it hasn't been powered for a while, man. It just sits in the car, hot, cold, type shit.
What or whatever you're about to play though has never been heard or never been seen by anybody, you know, publicly, right? This is gonna be like
What kind of track you want, bro? Because I got it all. Give me a mood.
a happy mood, man. We need something a
I don't
little
know if
more.
there's any happy on
I know,
RS3.
dude. It's deeper, an upper in intense. How's that? Actually, I almost have one in mind, dude. But I don't know if you want me. You know, the very first one, or we're discussing disobedience in this motherfucker. We could double dutch it like that.
With the
I
checks and
really.
button, get a beating up in this motherfucker. Yeah, that's on. That's actually on Smitty's album, Chameleon. He paid me to do an album with him, so I did that's on Chameleon.
All right, so you can't do that one. Which by the way, man, I screen recorded that shit and I listened to it all the time.
He's like, I gotta
listened
say this shit.
I have to, dude. I had to. There was no way, man. I was letting it go. Go lay down, man. Please.
Hell no, that's funny. Let me see. Go through my Bluetooth.
Well, I mean, that first one you sent me, did you even tell me the names of any of these? You didn't even tell me the name of them. You just sent them. Hold on. It's talking about it's the God one, man. When you're talking about God, do you deserve it?
Oh, healed.
Is he mad? Is he mad at you? Is God mad at you?
That's called healed, man. Cause I put that actually last on the album. That's the last track on the album, the 16th song. And that song talks about it. I'm not gonna play that one. That one needs these people need to hear that like straight up.
That one,
like,
I know that I listen to, dude. That's like almost an everyday listen.
That's
to me.
a situation that's incomplete still in this music industry, and I'm addressing it. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. It needs to be talked about because it was so misunderstood. It ruined my relationship with a certain somebody I wanted to get close to. You know what I'm saying? So, and it shouldn't have had that effect at all.
It is a very intense song, man. I really like it. You let a lot out, that's for sure. Dude.
I had to, man, because I'm stuck in my head every single day about it. Even still, man, I'm still trying to get over all this, man. Like, people don't understand. Like, and then I was taunted by it. It took. Oh, dude, it took my whole existence to not just rip this guy apart at an event I was at, man. And he just tried to check me about my homeboy that died.
It is a rough situation. I'm actually glad that you addressed it, dude. We've been talking about that for a long. You've been talking about
every little bit of training I had in me. It would have just let out that day. I probably would have went to prison, bro. Like, I'm not lying to you. The dude could probably watch this interview and think that I'm freaking playing. No, this is serious, bro. Cause like my life, this was my life. I transitioned from being a fucking bomb sweeper to trying to rap and tell y'all about stories that are actually important, and then you trying to push me out the way. Who the hell are you, guy? First of all, what have you done in your life?
Nothing compared to you, dude, in that status, man. For real.
It ain't even about that part. It's just the whole principle of, bro, who the fuck is you?
All right, well, hold on, man. We got real intense on that one. I'm sorry, because that one's deep, dude. I told you, dude.
It's deep, so 100. Man. No matter how people want to hide and shit behind shit, bro. Like, it's just 100.
What about 3 Ninjas?
Oh, that motherfucker right there. Hold on, bro. 3 Little Ninjas, and story of 3 little pigs that got a ninja hunting them instead of a big bad wolf. You know what I'm saying? Everybody liked that little song. I took that song on the road, and they responded to that very well.
I don't even think you've played the beat for me at all, have you? I haven't even heard it yet myself, I don't think.
I'll show you a little something. I'll show you the first verse.
All right.
Can you hear?
A little bit. Let me see if I can turn your mic up.
This little ninja is made of sticks. That's bitter, blow it down, I take a whiff. This little ninja built his verses out of brick. Puffin' and I'm puffin' like I'm putting out a spit. This little ninja had his verses made of straw. That's the decision, I'm a earth taste laws. This little ninja ain't afraid to carry heat. This fast vision, make it 300 states. Once upon a time, there was a boy who thought of fame. It was, what's the name? Anyway, he drove a stain. That one break, it was so shouting pace. Like Joel Osteen, they gave him praise. And he ran to stay. can leave a job. This water spout, and I pour it out. And then that slit is just lighting nitro flaming out. I show my phone back in the crib, see the look on the face when I pitch through. Make it the point of waste to pitch back at the rings. And using what's the way to do this. Spend a whole get it something like sword, like a blasting. And then even ripping, I'm doing my passion. And someone that back up and I sell it to pack pants.
Thank you for saying
Better ring my inside now.
It started to cut out when you went fast, dude, but we heard you rip it right there.
Right there, I'm doing my passion. And someone that back up and I sell it to pack pants.
Woo! Man, I like that beat. Yeah, you did show me that beat. I did hear that one before. I forgot.
Yeah, man. That. You damn near got majority of the album, homie. What you mean?
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. I didn't, I don't know what names and which ones yet. I get so excited too, man. Thanks, dude, for putting me in that position in your life, dude, where you can trust me and send these things and give me these sneak peeks. Cause I'm telling you, I listen to them all the time, dude.
Dude, I have to say the same thing for you, man. Thank you for making me feel like a valuable person, bro. You really helped me shine that fucking light on these niggas, bro, or on these people. I'm sorry for the language, y'all. I'm in a state of mind right now. I'm trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for just being a solid friend through all the crazy stuff that we all had to go through separately and together. I appreciate you, man.
Dude, absolutely. And I do it again and again and again. No problem. All day, every day, dude. All right, man. Dude, thank you for coming on here, telling me your story, telling us all, dude. What? For real, dude. Thank you for coming on, telling us, dude, a little bit about you, man. We're definitely gonna have you on again. Kind of get into some more, deep stuff. Hopefully, it'll be as good as this, man. Because I'm telling you, this was good. I really enjoyed this conversation.
All right, bro.
One last time, introduce yourself the whole way. Tell people where they can find you, and let them know about the new album and when it's dropping. One more time.
Man, it's your boy Punchline3nt. Just going on about Punchline now, you know what I'm saying? But you can find me at Punchline3nt by all my social media tags, preferably YouTube and Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where I'll be at the most, guys, you know what I mean? So look, come on over there, come to the crib and come chill out, you know what I'm saying? We got a few roll and all that for the people who indulge and just have a great time. It's all good mental health spread vibes over here, you feel me? Ripper Snippets, June 23rd, my birthday. We partying. I'm probably gonna be somewhere in Vegas or something. So I hope everybody out there with me. I got an outfit I made last year for my birthday, and if you see me wearing it, say what up,
though. All right, man. Dude. Last time, thank you so much for being on here, man. And when I'm done on this, dude, I'll hit you up, man.
For sure, homie. I'll be standing by.
All right, dude.
I'll talk to you at Walgreens to give me something to drink. Boy, you see how oily I am? I've been sweating.
You sweating on there?
I be sweating.
Make sure you get a lesson on how to laminate. Go to lamination school.
Laminator school. Hey, dude ass live in Inglewood. He all the way back down south. That was a good time, bro. Damn. Bro, that was such a great time, man. I was cracking up, dog.
I know. He moved back though. He you know this.
I think he still might be there, bro. Like, cause his cousin's on that 7-Eleven.
That's hilarious, dude.
It's cool that we can talk about regular life stuff too, bro. Like,
I know that shit was so funny though, man. I couldn't even believe this.
I didn't even know you had to go to school to laminate. Like, dude, he was in there like he was about to shoot pool, bro. You see?
Dude, hey, it's the red or green wire. He's like, I'm not gonna flip the wrong one. That was great, dude. All right, man. I'll talk to you in a bit, man. Thank you so much, dude. Everybody, go follow Punch, man. Tell him how awesome he is. So, all right. Peace. Guys, always, man. I appreciate you being on here. Punch is he is a character. man, we used to belly laugh like I feel like we would be doing 1,000 sit-ups a day every time we would be hanging out. It just nonstop good times, laugh and work. We were getting shit done. And he made the book bags, he made the backpack, man. Wait till you guys see the merch that he's about to put out. All right. I do believe it's punchline3nt.com is his website, and that might show you where some hoodies are and stuff like that. But you can always hit him up on the Instagram if you're inquiring on some merch, like this shirt, other shirts. I don't know if he has them made right now, but he used to have hoodies that have sound effects to them. He got that book bag that's got music on it, his music. So good stuff. Yeah, like I said, go over there, show him some support, get some merch, listen to the music. One more time, thanks guys for being here. I appreciate you. Good night.